Hello and welcome everybody, hope you're all good. And the new Rocket takeover with new Shadow Shinies has arrived. And before we jump into either this Arlo battle or whatever happens to appear from my balloon, check out my very first Shadow Mewtwo battle that happened at 1 minute past midnight this morning. You join me at, well, 1 minute past midnight on the 14th of November, the very start of the new Team Rocket takeover. I saved up a Super Rocket radar from, I think it was the Masterwork research like 4 or 5 months ago, so we can battle Giovanni now. We're going to rock and roll with this lineup, I think. So Lucario with a lot of fast moves. We've got then Kyogre because all of the middle mons are ground types, so we should be able to combat all of them. And then the Shundu of Eltail's going to hopefully do some good damage versus Mewtwo. So let's get the first power-up punch, try and get rid of the Purge. I was going to say Peugeot. It's a Persian, thankfully with a very easy move, and do you know what my biggest worry is that for some reason it's glitched and it hasn't switched over to Shadow Mewtwo yet. Okay, so it's Rhyperior. If we can just get to an Aura Sphere, this will be super effective damage. We might even be able to KO it. I don't know, we've got 2 power-ups, almost a complete KO. Nice, so it's a level 40 Lucario, so it's not even level 50 this one, and it is Mewtwo. Beautiful. Right, let's use the delay timer to our advantage. I'm really hoping it doesn't have like crazy moves, but we should be able to use the Shundu of Eltail with Dark Pulse and Snarl, I think it is, to do the super effective damage. I will say that was very, very easy to do. So there we go. That's our 4 minutes into the event. Shadow Mewtwo acquired. Pretty much. Giovanni, Sunny Jim, you're in the bin. Shadow Mewtwo's return. I would honestly have loved if, like, every month they just give you a Rocket research, rather than us having to wait 4 months to finally get a Shadow Legendary. And 896, I think, is pretty horrendous. My last Mewtwo Shadow was bloody horrendous as well, and this one is sticking to the trend, sticking to my trend of getting utterly appalling. Well, hang on, we haven't appraised it yet. I don't know the numbers, but Silver Pineapple down there, which is very nice indeed. So acquired simple and effective 3XL candy, and the first catch of the day, as you can see. Oh my god, yeah, it's absolutely trash. So my hopes are not high for the for the remaining one, but if I'm correct, we should be able to TM Frustration off of it immediately. It is live until Thursday, I think, the 17th at, or whatever it is, 8 PM your local time. So there we go. That's our first Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Shiny, Sableye, Mawile, and Machop, all in the pool. Well, I take it that the balloon is broken in that case and not going to appear, so we're going to take down Arlo, and we will try and make sure that we get each individual one done today. Arlo's new lineup is at the bottom of the screen for you, so you can see that Shadow Shiny Mawile is up for grabs, but then, there's Staraptor, there's Charizard, and Salamence as the middle mon. So we want to burn the shields, but the final mon now has the potential to be Granbull in there, which is going to throw a real spanner in the works. We got so used to just being Sizzle. Sizzle is still in the pool, Dragonite is an option, but then bloody Granbull. There is the second shield burns, there is the Mawile in the bin, and we may already be running into a problem because, apart from anything else, Salamence, okay, we might be in a problem because we need to get Rhyperior back in there with a Rock Wrecker move to take that down, and then we need to hope that it's actually going to be Granbull, otherwise we're a bit stuffed. So I've already set this up very poorly. Oh my god, why is it so powerful? What the hell? Why is Salamence so powerful? At least we've got Earthquake on this one, so we can get rid of this one and see what we're facing. Oh, it's another dragon. Marvellous. We're stuffed, basically. Unless we happen to get to a second Meteor Mash. Might have to eat my own words. There we go. Nice. That went a bit more smoothly than I expected after a bit of a flopped beginning, but no matter. Arlo in the bin. Another 12k egg into the mix. We will have to walk off annoyingly Adventure Sync 10 and 5Ks, but not a Shadow Shiny. I think this was one of the very first Shadow Shinies that you could get from memory. Rough memory, anyway. So it's lovely to see it returning, but... Ooh, that's some decent stat shadow right there. Yo, what's that, like 87%? Yeah. 13, 14, 12. Not a bad way to kick off. Well, we actually managed to get quite lucky and find another grunt to get the new Shadow Alolan Diglett, which then gave a final part to the research, which meant we could get the next Rocket Radar, which meant the next Arlo battle's been done. We're going to have quite a lot of Shadow Shiny potential. I'm hoping that one of them actually ordains the Sparkle. This one's not a shiny, and I didn't pay attention to the number for the last one, so I have no idea if this one's better. Mawile, down. And you are, again, actually not horrendous, so it's a bit worse than the last one, but that cloudy boost is actually providing. So, with the amount of grunts around, very easily be able to pick up another 6 components for what will be our very first Sierra battle, which is right here. Sierra has the one that I think most people are going to be going for. Don't get me wrong, Shadow Mawile, very cool, Shadow Shiny is excellent, and also Machop, probably very highly requested as well, but Sableye is one that I have personally wanted as a Shadow Shiny since Shadow Shinies were made available. Her lineup is at the bottom here, so you can see what you might want to take in. My personal recommendation is a Fairy to counter the Sableye. It's only got one weakness, remember. It's only weak to Fairy. Then an Ice type, because all of the middle mons are weak to Ice. And then finally Fighting, because you're either going to be facing off Snorlax, Houndoom, most typically, and Cradily. Of course, Sableye pulling through like a 2 HP bloody attack. Marvellous. Foul play, shielded, very easy. Taken down, what's the middle mon going to be? It is Flygon. To be honest, you could even just go and use Fairy like this. Just tank it down. We're just going to use a flamethrower to burn through a shield, to be honest. Because why not? Togekiss does enough damage with Charm, because obviously it's a Dragon type, that you won't have that luxury on all of them, I would say. Hey! So we may be able to get lucky here. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, Houndoom actually has a powerful Fire Fang Shadow fast move. Togekiss in the bin. We may run into a small problem with Lucario. That's why I would say probably go Conkeldurr or Machamp, just because Lucario is weak to the fire moves that Houndoom has. But there we go. Taken down. I mean, this would be a sick Shadow Shiny to get. This would be super sick. It's not this time. And 305, I think it's 332 is the hundo. It is a boosted Dustmon. Unfortunately, Sableye and Machop are no longer going to be in the grunt stop, so if you see a fighting type grunt, it won't have the chance to be Machop these days. Same with a ghost type stop, it will no longer have Sableye in it. But that is dead. Bought a radar for the second Sierra that was here. This is a 12km egg and a shiny check. Fingers crossed. Bugger. And a 289. Look, I'm still on the hunt for a PvP eligible Sableye that would purify to be like whatever it is. You need like 2 attack, 15/15 or something for Great League. 0-star dead. Really? I'm just chasing all of them. Every single one of these is perfectly fine by my counting. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the choosing of the rotation. But Sierra, you're done. I won't be doing Giovanni immediately again. Let's save that, I think. I would quite like to try and get Windy Boost. And just like that, with possibly the sketchiest Arlo battle you ever see, you didn't see it, both Mawile and Salamence had Bite, so that's something to look out for. Not the best, but come on, not a Shadow Shiny. This is slightly worse than the 2 we've just had. They got the Charmander last wave very quickly. There's the 400,001 catch, that was it. A kind of dead 2-star. They're getting worse. Right, grunts to be defeated. There's a lot of grunts there. Perfect. And finally, hidden beyond any Evelian Broadway is Cliffy Boy. Machop. So, running in Mewtwo with Psy Strike, it has Ice Punch, or Ice Beam on it as well, just to take it down. And then, to be honest, Melmetal's kind of a safe bet no matter what you take in. So mine's got Thunder Shock, Superpower, and Rock Slide on it. And then Machamp, it's a Shadow 96 just to deal because Cliff usually has T-Tar in the back, doesn't it? What the middle mon is, because actually the final mons of Cliffy Boy are probably the most annoying to combat. T-Tar, Aerodactyl, which could be problematic, and finally, Camerupt. So it's a bit of a diverse pool there. But this one's Crobat, so actually Flying Ice Beam should be fairly easy to say down, to be honest. It's Aerodactyl. Okay, now this could be interesting because it can have Rock Throw, it can have Steel Wing, I think, and Bite. And if you counter a Shadow Bite Aerodactyl, particularly at the 3rd Mon tier, that's going to be problematic. Literally throw one other move at it. Look, 1 Thunder Shock, 2 Thunder Shock, and done! Easily taken down. That's the final of the team leaders to destroy. 12 kilometer egg. I need to check where we're actually at on the 12 kilometer eggs. But this would be a cool Shadow Shiny to get. Very cool. It's not green, and this is very bad, because 474, I think, is the hundo for the weather boosted Machop. And actually, the balloon is appearing in 10 minutes, so it might be able to scrape in another leader, which is excellent. This is going to be very bad, yeah. Even weather boosted doesn't mean anything. 1 of 2 Arlo here, done and dusted. You're asking how I'm doing this? Yes, I'm buying radars. I'm not raiding for the Ultra Beast at the moment, so we're putting the coins into the Rocket Shadow Shinies. So, Mawile, sparkle for me. Ah, you bastard. Bugger. And yes, they're progressively getting worse and worse. And finally, after battling Dragonite with a Heatran, not recommended, 2nd Arlo done, and the balloon should be popping in. Shadow Shiny? No, not a Shadow Shiny, and it is getting worse. Slowly and progressively, like by 6 or 7 CP every single time. There it is. What you gonna be? Sierra, that's actually quite good. I need to see where we're at on that annoying 10 and 5 kilometer egg for Adventure Sync. Because if we get a batch of 12 12s, not a Shadow Shiny. Lovely. 320 though, that's actually, I think, the highest Sableye I've ever seen. But I'm interested because 332 is the hundo. Okay, it's kind of an alright 2-star. Remember, the Shadow CP range is very narrow. Sierra, if you get the right team, can be clean swept only using a level 50 Togekiss. But, bam, not golden. And 296, that's like the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of the IVs. Maybe this one will be PvP. Sableye, Dunzo, are you going to be trash? Wonderful. And there's the 5k. Carablast, sick. Hello, sir. I feel like everything else in terms of Pokemon GO content creation you can kind of edit and chop down. Rocket battles are very hard to actually, unless you just don't film the battle. It's bug. Okay. We might have to switch to this dude to get the rock slide. Let's find out what the final mon is. If it's T-Tar, we're fine. If it's Aerodactyl, we're fine. If it's Camerupt, okay, we're fine. We can do superpower. Smashing. Right. Shadow Shiny Machop incoming. Also, remember, Cloudy Boost. We want to see 474 is the weather boosted hundo. I think it's like 288 or something is the non-boosted Machop hundo. Bam! Yes! We got it! Oh my god! Yes, day 1 Shadow Shiny! Yo! Oh my god! Yes! You little beauty! Machop pulling through for the win! Oh, I'm so glad I recorded that whole battle. Yes! I'm actually so happy with that. It's terrible, terrible stats, unfortunately. 446 is very, very poor. But brand new Shadow Shiny on day 1. Not even good for PvP, but I don't care. That's 1 of the 3 for that family Dunzo. Yes! On the back of a Shadow Shiny Machop, the likelihood of another one is kind of mental and not going to happen. I didn't think it would happen, and 5-6... It's not as bad as the last Mawile, but it is still pretty terrible. The cliff down the road, yeah, we did have to buy a radar. All of the grunts that were nearby despawned literally as I clicked them. Shadow Shiny Machop, if we can make it 2 in a day, that would be ridiculous. But I don't think it's likely. Nah, I thought that would have been kind of bonkers. And 455 again is kind of dead stats. Arlo taken down. It was the very first Shadow Granbull to round out that lineup with a Charizard that proved a bit irritating to be dealing with, I guess. And see if we can get the new Shiny Pawniard. Ooh, not a Shadow Shiny Mawile, and yeah, they're going back up in IV. Taken down. I think we can actually hit, so there's 4 up at West Ealing that I've checked. And apparently there's 2 in Gunnersbury, which we may be able to hit later, but we've got... Oh my god! What? I've never had this kind of Shadow Shiny luck. 2 Shadow Machop Shiny. And that's like almost back-to-back cliff. What on earth is going on? Yo! And so, unfortunately, again, it's worse than the last one, I think. So the IV's not in our favour, but definitely the Shadow Shiny is. That's more like a PvP stat one, actually. That's hysterical. What on earth is this lug? Hang on. Shiny. They were alternating shiny, non-shiny, shiny. That's nuts, yo. What? I'm actually kind of like speechless, blown away. Can we get a, like, I was thinking we get one and done like today. Mad. Let's see if Sableye's going to be good like Machop. But, not a Shadow Shiny. 311? Be like, no, 2-star, 32-star. But, can I reach you? No, I can't quite reach that grub. Bit of a challenging team when you have Salamence with Bite and then Dragonite with Dragon Tail, and you've taken in the wrong Mons. Anyway, with the man who is going to be chasing Shadow Shiny Mawile to all hell. Not on my watch, I didn't get it. Oh, damn it.
Second time. Second
Wow.
time.
Look at that. Shame it's dead, but...
Why? Hang on, this turns the glitch. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, you're an AR+.
Yep, but let's get an AR+.
Get out of that. Look at that. Congratulations. Well, that was the one he was hunting, so
I'm done for the day.
he's fine, he's happy. Arlo, in the bin again. We did actually have to, for the first time today, reload the battle, and not a Shadow Shiny. And this is really bad. 535. It was a Bite Granball to finish off. Oh, how I love that. Anyway, nope, not a Shadow Shiny, and 549. I mean, it could be better, it could be worse. We've seen the worst. Before getting the second Shadow Shiny Machop, a random Yungoos I caught to complete a Spinder task is a 0%er. So there was a 0% Yungoos in Lammas at the bottom of Lammas today. That actually, if you remember, earlier this year, when Ian and I went up to Diddley Squat Farm for the first day it was open, and we were possibly caught by the Amazon film crew, I incensed a 0% Yungoos. So this is actually 0% family of the Yungoos Gen 7 side completed, which is, I think, quite a nice little thing. 3 o'clock balloon was Cliff. But will it be green? It's not green this time, that's fine. 453 is a bit dead. There was actually a Sierra that I missed in Lammas. Don't know how, I must have just skirted around it and not paid attention, but here we go. Not golden, unfortunately, and 298. It is obviously possible. PvP. Dead. It's been a long time since doing a batch of 12k eggs, so we've got the star piece on. It's a nice 100,000 dust there for putting the star piece on, but of course the new Shiny Pawniard is a possibility. I guarantee you will see very few Pawniard in this batch. Okay, I say that. 3 of these are old, so they won't have Pawniard in them, which is unfortunate. Skrelp. I guarantee you're going to start seeing Skrelp a lot more now. No shiny potential on that. Absol could have been shiny. Need a hundo of it anyway. Scraggy, that thing can go in the bin. Oh day. Oh my days. Another Scraggy. Yeah, we're going to see that a lot more as well now. Come on. Pancham. Need a hundo of it. So, Sandile again. I guess hundo, some eggs would be nice, but... Bloody Absol. Come on. Pancham. We're not even going to see anything remotely rare out of these. Skorupi? Oh my god. Inkay. That was horrendous. That was so bad. At least like 100,000 dust is always a nice compensation, but was there anything remotely decent from them? Was there a random hundo in there? The 96 Scraggy. Literally trash. So we will begin the very slow restock of 1212s. We have ventured down to Gunnersbury for, well, the penultimate Arlo. We should have one more, and then it depends on whether we're going to go hunting in Brentford, to be honest. But Shadow Shiny Mawile? Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Shadow Shiny Mawile for the win, and it's actually decent. It's only 10 CP off the hundo. Sorry, the Mawile man.
597. Oh,
It's actually, it's only 10 CP off the weather boosted hundo. What? I think we've done a lot more Arlo today than we have Cliff, but that's 2 of the 3 done. I am actually kind of speechless. Jeez, 15, 15, 10. Yo, that's kind of lit. Shadow Shiny for the win. That's amazing. We'll purify it, TM frustration, purify transfer. Now we only need to get Shadow Shiny Sableye, which I guarantee will take the 4 months that we have of this rocket wave. And we've now adventured into Gunnersbury to take down Arlo once again. We're unlikely to get another Shadow Shiny, but I wouldn't say no to something that would purify to a Hundo Mawile. That one was a little bit off, unfortunately. It would have been sick. Shundo Mawile would have been nice, but not a back-to-back shiny, and this is worse. Tom being the lighting rig. Look at that, it's actually somewhat professional. We are in complete darkness. Arlo was the mystery leader. This is reminiscent of when we were doing the level 50 grind, Tom, actually, wasn't it? When we were in Gunnersbury chasing leaders for level 45. Not a Shadow Shiny, but dead as well. Wonderful. We fortunately found a Sierra double. So let's do this like this. Oh. Double Shadow Shiny. 3, 2, 1. The 6 PM balloon was good old Cliffy boy. Now, will we get... No, this is unlikely. It's not green, but... Oh, that's really dead. Jeez. This one was a Sierra, and I'm getting real flashback vibes to when we were grinding at the end of 2020 for the rocket level, road to level 50. That was a grind, but...
Link in the description.
Yes. Or tagged at the top. This is not a Shadow Shiny, and it's 297. Cliffy boy was hiding at some building. Be green. But, God, it's really bad. Found a Sierra chilling near a level crossing. It's not a Shadow Shiny. And it's 1 CP worse than the last one. The crossing has gone down, but Arlo has also gone down. Haven't got a Hundo Mawile, would very much like one. It's not Shadow Shiny, and 584. This is looking to be potentially the final leader of the day, and not a Shadow Shiny, and it is 597. Again, that's actually a very good CP. It's exactly the same IV as the one we had as a Shiny. You join me for the 9 PM balloon, which was a Sierra, so we shall see if Shadow Shiny Sableye can grace us before day 1 is done. Golden Sableye. Come on. I do want this one. No. 316 is not as good as the one we had earlier today, but it's up there.
The next day...
Yeah, it's now 1 in the afternoon, but there's a lot of leaders around today, so we can get a few more in, which is going to be obviously proactive. Shadow Machop. I want to see if we get more Shadow Shinies. Yesterday was very good with 3. I've never had that kind of luck, and we did 31 leaders yesterday. I think it was only 6 Cliff for 2 Shiny Machop, so... let's see. And the Dynamic Punch will KO Cliffy Boy, or his Tita, for sure. I don't know about you, I feel a lot of players share this sentiment, as it were. Playing in the rain can be a little bit underwhelming. Particularly if you're going for a hardcore grind, like having to lug an umbrella. If you're trying to vlog, you need like 6 hands. Anyway, can we get a Shadow Shiny Machop? Oh my god, we got 3 already! No way! What? So, Shadow Shiny family complete inside of like the first day and a half of the event? What? Maybe it was the Incense podcast, listening to episode 92 featuring Pokemon Master Holly, actually in my ears at the current time. So, 3 Shadow Shiny Machop. We've done it. This is horrendous, like 0 star, but thankfully we've got one for PvP, and of course we're going to keep grinding for it because I still want to get a good IV shiny with it. But I've never had that ever before. It's always been like, oh, chase 1, get 1, you're kind of done. Getting the family complete of the Shadow Shinies, Cliffy Boy, my man. Yes. So Sableye remains the only, literally the only Shadow Shiny we need from this entire wave. That's bonkers. I've never been in this kind of position before where I'm nearing completion, and I feel like it's going to make me work for this one. 291. First Arlo check. Shadow Shiny Mawile. Trash. It's not a Shadow Shiny, and I think that's dead as well. One more attempt. Shadow Shiny Sableye. It's the end goal now, basically. End goal? Nope. Not 304. I've just looked and we've done 7 Cliff and had 3 Shadow Shinies. That's a mad ratio. 288 or 289. It's not green this time, but 265 are kind of dead. Found a Cliffy boy hiding in the residential streets. Well, technically at a post box. Not this time round, and 269. Jeez, Bite Aerodactyl is a pain. Is RNG on my side with this thing? I don't know. 254, that's dead. Chasing a good IV Shadow is a long game. Something to do if you're level 50, if you've got loads of other stuff. Chase Shadows. Arlo, very easy to take down. While I'm being blinded by the sun, can we get a Shadow Shiny? No. No. I think that's really bad, actually. Cliffy Boy seems to be common today, and we're making good progress on the second batch of 12-12s. So we've got about 3k to do. No. No, ooh, 274, it could be better. This is the one I actually need, Sableye. It's not going to give it to me, is it? 315, again, we know that's not actually good. It's high, but not good enough. Quick Cliff check. Not Shadow Shiny. And dead. Another Cliff at 3 o'clock. Ooh, we should have the balloon appearing. Not a Shadow Shiny. 265. Sierra came from the balloon, which is excellent. It's not Shadow Shiny. 303. Cliffy Boy with a camera up, to my add. That's the first Shadow camera up to end his lineup that I've seen. Give me green Machop. And dreadful stats again. We found another Cliff, which actually, I remember being at this exact location, this exact stop might have been a Cliff 2 years ago when we were chasing in 2020 for the leader level, but not a green Shadow Shiny, and 264 might be high CP, but not high enough. So over by that brick wall, the thumbnail of the video is actually taken there. Sierra was hiding at a church, or a postbox near a church. Come on. Nope. Star Piece is down. Second batch of brand new 12-kilometer eggs. 12 of them to be precise. There's a Pawniard, but not blue. We're just going to see Larvitar and Scraggy, I guarantee. It's going to be full of disappointment. Pawniard, okay, we're getting a bit more Pawniard this time, which is... Okay, I have to eat my own words. Getting quite a few of them. All not shiny, though. What is this? These are new as well. These are brand new. There's a Volibee. I haven't seen a Volibee for a while, but was that like 5 Pawniard? 6 Pawniard. Come on, where's the blue one? It gives me hope. It gives me hope at least to keep going on the rocket grind, you know. Ooh, Salandit. Yo, please be a female. Come on, so I can evolve it. Sandal. It's a bit dead. We had a lot of those yesterday. There we go. 6 Pawniard. 50% were Pawniard. 801, is that good? No, it's kind of dead. Ooh, Hundo Volibee. That is like my 3rd, I think. Nice. We've hatched a Hundo. Sweet. And the key thing. It's a male Salandit. Bugger. But I would call that a pretty successful batch of eggs. The Arlo battle here took a little bit longer, unfortunately. Just a witness to a car accident. Everyone's okay, just a bit of a weird one, so time was to 15 minutes to do the Arlo battle. I failed it in preference to taking a photo and being a helpful witness. Not a Shadow Shiny Mawile, and dead stats. Wonderful. You join me midway through editing, and I've just found out that the final 8 clips that I shot, we had 7 Shadow Shiny checks remaining, and also we battled Giovanni in the windy weather to try and get weather boosted Shadow Mewtwo, was somehow shot in slow motion. I somehow pushed a button or changed the settings on my camera in between the last Shadow Shiny check you just saw and the next one. As you've probably seen from these rolling little shiny checks, we didn't get any further Shadow Shinies. We did battle another 7 leaders, so we got a good amount of 12-kilometer eggs. And the Giovanni battle, you've already seen me at the beginning of the video battling Giovanni. It was pretty much exactly the same lineup, defeated him with pretty much ease. Windy weather boost, however, didn't bring Shadow Mewtwo with good stats, unfortunately, so both of my Super Rocket radars for this wave were dead. So I'm wishing everybody the very best of luck on your Giovanni battles. Fingers crossed you can get something decent. It is worth remembering that Shadow Mewtwo, despite it being terrible, maybe even being 000 stats, it's still more powerful as a raid attacker than a hundo, normal or purified Mewtwo. That's how insane the Shadow boost is on Mewtwo particularly. I just won't be powering those up immediately, let's just say that. But this was an intense rocket grind. We did, I think, 65 leaders over the 2 days, something close to that, and bagging 4 Shadow Shinies and completing the Shadow Shiny Machop family is insane. And as you can see here, TM'd frustration off of it, and the one that was PvP stats, we have evolved it up to Machamp, just getting that done and dusted. And to be honest, a bit of a shiny flex. Shadow Shiny Machop, Shadow Shiny Machamp, why not? So that's very cool. I've never had that personally, so insane luck. I'm going to keep grinding this wave. I recommend that you do as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, because honestly, a rocket grind is one of the few things in Pokemon GO that you can kind of do passively and for free, and get pretty much exactly the same stuff that everybody else really gets. I know you can go through IV chasing and shiny chasing for shadows, but at the end of the day, rocket grunts are free. You can collect the components for free, and you can do the leaders for free, which is sick. This has revitalized, revamped my grind necessity, shall we say, for the rockets and the rocket leaders. But with that, there's no event until the Astral Eclipse event starting on the 23rd, so this weekend's a bit dead. Good luck and have fun, everybody who is in Singapore for the Safari Zone. I wish I was there. Alas, we couldn't make it work, unfortunately. But I will say, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much to the Patreon squad, as always. Wonderful people supporting the channel, myself and the content. And until the next time, do take care.